Hello everyone. In today's video, I will be showing you how to make a basic level in Unity using just a plane, a first-person controller, and some cubes. So to start, let's just open Unity, and we'll create a new file, and we'll call this level tutorial. And here you can click where you want to save it. So I have it going to my desktop in my school folder. I'll change that actually. Just throw it on the desktop. Alright. And we create the project. Just give it some time to load. Okay. So this is our scene here, which let's save it immediately. And it saves it in the level tutorial folder that we created under the assets. So we'll call this level scene and save it. So that's what we have open right now. Alright, so to start, we're going to make a plane first, which we go in the hierarchy tab here, go in 3D object, and go to plane. And they make a plane for us. Now you want to make sure it's at the 0, 0, 0 mark here, which you can see in the inspector panel. If it wasn't, you can go to this gear icon and go to reset, and it would just reset its position. But it's good as is. So next what we want to do is we want to give this plane some color, which we can do that by creating a material. When you go to the project panel, create, and then material, and we'll call this plane material. So you click inside of it and you choose what color you want. So we'll just make the floor red. Then we take the plane material and drag it over, and then the floor is red. Alright, so next what we'll do is add the first person controller. Now to do that, it's not actually inside this in this project yet, so we'll have to go to assets, import package, and characters. That's going to take some time to decompress, but yeah, the first person controller isn't included when you open a new project. But in the character package, there's a bunch of things that come with it. So you're gonna import all of it. So I'm gonna load in right now. Okay, so now if we look under the standard assets folder in our project panel, go to characters, first person character, prefabs, and there's the first person controller prefab, which all we do is just drag it over into our scene. Now you want to make sure that the first person controller is not going through the floor, which I believe ours is. So put him above the floor, and that way when he spawns in, he won't just fall through the world and everything. The cool thing about the first person controller is that we don't have to really do any programming, since that whole character package came with like a whole bunch of stuff that already has the first person controller set up for us. So if we play it, you'll see like we can just move around. There's W, A, S, and D, and spacebar to jump. So basically Unity covers the controls for us, which is pretty cool. Alright, and finally we'll add 2 cubes to the level, and we'll add rigid bodies to them. So to do that, you go to 3D object and cube, and then we'll place one over here, and then we'll add one more. And again, make sure these are above the floor. It doesn't have to be as high up as I'm putting it. It's just as long as it's above the floor, then you should be good. And then we'll create a material for these too. So we go to the material, call it cube material, and then we'll make this. We'll make it like a lighter blue, around that color, and then drag that over to that one and that one. And finally, what you got to do now is for each of the cubes, see how it has the box collider, so that way we won't go through it. But what you also want is so gravity kicks in, you want to go to add component, and I already have it set up here, rigid body, and then use gravity is checked. So this way they won't be floating in the air the next time we start the level, which actually I'll show you what that looks like. See, this one falls to the ground, but this one's still floating. Now we can't go through it, but yeah, we don't want it floating in the air, not like this one, because I added the rigid body and I can hit it and move it around and stuff. So then to this one, we will add a rigid body, and let's save. And let's hit play. And as you can see, that cube hit the ground, pushed it a little bit, and this one also hit the ground, has the material on it and everything. And there it goes. Let's not go over this one. That stupid cube. And that's basically it. That's just a basic level you can make. There's obviously a lot more stuff you can add, a lot more things you can do, but that's just the basics. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you.